Hi friends, my name is Sushil and welcome to my YouTube channel Beef Innovative. Today we're going to discuss about the Yes Bank FPO details. And before I enter into the much details about Yes Bank FPO, I would like to give a brief understanding about what is an FPO and how it impacts the existing market condition. Okay, so let's get started with our discussions for today. IPO versus FPO. An IPO, which is an initial public offering. Okay, it's a first offering given to public by an unlisted company when it gets listed in the stock exchange. Okay, and FPO is a subsequent invitation to invest in the same business, and this is being done by the listed company in either Bombay Stock Exchange or the National Stock Exchange. Okay, so this is being done to raise additional capital for their need. Okay, so this is called FPO, which is follow on public offering. So how many types of FPO do we have? One, we have the diluted FPO, and second one, we have the non-diluted FPO. So what is this diluted FPO means? In the diluted FPO, what happens is like the company releases new offer of shares, which will actually increase the number of outstanding shares in the market. So if currently the company has around 1 lakh shares, maybe tomorrow they will release additional 1 lakh and the total number of shares will become 2 lakhs. So these are not like the existing shares, these are additional shares that is being launched by the company. This is actually diluting the market condition. So what does that mean is like the EPS of the company will go down. We have more number of shares in the market, so liquidity increases, and because of this, one way the growth also will decrease. One of the best example that I can give is a Trident, which actually split the shares from 10 to 1, and now the share price is floating around 7 rupees. So the growth of that particular share price will actually go down. That's what is my understanding. So second thing is the non-diluted FPO. Here in this case, before and after the FPO, the number of shares doesn't change. So it will remain the same actually. So because of that, EPS also will not get impacted. So how this is happening is either the existing promoter or any of the directors, they want to sell their part of shares. Okay, so and they're offering it to the public. So it's not that new shares are being launched into the market. It's an existing share either held by any one of the promoters or any of the big institutional player, or maybe there are some directors. They want to sell off the shares or maybe a part of the shares. Okay, so that is being done in this particular non-diluted FPO, and this will not have any impact to the EPS or number of shares of the particular company. Okay, and also this non-diluted FPO will not help the company also, because whatever proceeds of this FPO they're receiving, it's going to the promoter or the company that is selling the particular share. Okay, not to the listed stock company. So here in this case, if suppose one of the institutional players is selling their share of a particular XYZ company, the XYZ company is not going to get any benefit. Instead, that promoter or the institutional player who is selling that share, they will get the amount from that particular FPO. Okay. So why they are coming up with this FPO? Okay. So an existing listed company, they might have some additional capital requirement. Okay. It could be for many reasons. Couple of reasons, like for example, they might have some long-term expansion plan, and for that they need money. And one of the best available opportunities that they release new shares into the market and get amount or money from the public. Okay, it could be also that they have a debt which is actually creating problem for their book, and they want to clear off the debt, right? So whatever money they're getting from this FPO, they might use it for clearing of their debts, right? So once the debt is clear, that's also plus point for the company. And next, what happens in this FPO? So in the FPO, an offer is made mostly at a discounted price. Okay, so whatever is the current prevailing market price, to that particular market price at a discount, they will offer to the public that okay, so at a so and so price, we are going to give a certain lot of shares to you, and if you want, you can apply for that. Okay, so this is being done to attract more subscription to that particular issue. One of the best examples is the current issue of Yes Bank, where the prevailing market price is around 25, 26, but the discounted price at which this FPO is being given is at around 13 rupees. It's almost around 50% discount. Okay. So should you subscribe or not? That's actually the question, right? Because when a particular FPO or IPO or anything comes out, the main question is, right, should you subscribe or not? So here actually the risk is less because the company is already listed in the market, and you have a better understanding about how the management works, what is the business model, and how it has been performing for the past couple of months or maybe couple of years, and what they're going to do with this particular FPO capital raised, and those kind of details. At least you will have a better understanding. And it is comparatively, when you compare it with IPO, where you don't have much understanding about an unlisted company, for a listed company you at least have an understanding. So the risk compared to going into an IPO, when you put money in FPO, is less actually. So I would say that it's much better when the IPO comes in, and when you're very much aware about the company's prospects and management, everything. So I would say that it's an advantage that to go for the FPO. Okay. So now going into the S Bank FPO details, the bid is going to start from the 15th of July, and it's closing on the 17th of July. Okay. And the FPO size they have announced is for 15,000 crore, and the price band is going to be between 12 and 13. So the price band should be 13, I think. So it will be 13 into 1,000. The minimum lot is 1,000 shares. So a person who is going to apply has to apply for a minimum of 13,000 rupees FPO size. Okay. It's listed both in BSE and NSE, and the retail portion of this particular FPO is around 35%. Okay. And the lot size is 1,000, and maximum you can apply for 15 lots. So that's what the minimum size, minimum amount is 13,000, and the maximum is 19,500. So the FPO is getting listed on 27th. You will know it's listed in the market. Okay. So should you go for this S Bank FPO or not? And that's another question. From my personal view is that the current market price is around 25 or 26, and this particular FPO is being given at around 50% discounted price. And S Bank is one of the banks, though it had some couple of issues and high debt in its book, but it's being supported by the largest bank in our country, that is SBI, and many other private lenders as well. And I would say that this is a very good FPO at this particular price range. And being said that this is around 50% discounted price, this is going to be a very good FPO, and I strongly believe that we should be applying for this FPO. Yes, for the existing shareholders, this is actually kind of a negative news, because there is going to be more liquidity, and their current holding price might be more than what is being given in this particular FPO. That is quite unfortunate, but yeah, that's how it is currently being decided. So my take is that FPO for this ICE Bank is quite worth taking actually, and should be applicable for subscription. Okay. And how do we apply for this particular FPO? It's either to the bank account with the ASB facility, or you can directly apply from your Demat account. You have to go, for example, Zerodha, you have to go to console, and you have to go to the IPO, and there you'll be able to see the FPO listed. Okay. So that's it from my side. And in case you have any query regarding how to apply for the FPO or anything, please do comment. I will be very glad to help you. And yeah, thank you so much.